Ah, shit. Gotta have better lighting. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the No Nonsense live stream. I'm Yaga, and it is Sunday, March 25th. Yeah, something like that. What's up? Oh, God. I'm fucking tired. It was a long night at work, but here I am. What to talk about today? A few days ago, Roseanne was on the Jimmy Kimmel show because if you haven't already heard, they redid the whole Roseanne show on Netflix. I used to watch that show as a kid, man. My whole family did. That was a good show because it really kind of just showed like a regular working middle-class family and what they went through, and that pretty much was my family, and I think most families at the time in the late 80s and 90s, man. So that's what my dad was a meat cutter. My mom worked in a grocery store deli. You know, just regular blue-collar people. And so we always loved that show because it was just like trashy, but yet spoke truth. It was no nonsense. So they redid the show, and which I think is kick-ass. And Roseanne and John Goodman were on Kimmel on Thursday, and Roseanne ended up flicking off fucking Kimmel for talking about, you know, the president and stuff. It was funny because she made a good point. She's like, I was always this way, and then all of a sudden you people change. It's amazing how people's tunes change. Like, you know, if you don't watch Jimmy Kimmel, if you haven't, like every fucking week he just comes out there and feels like he needs to speak for the world and bring his kid out and cry, and we need to do stuff. I'm like, it's really easy to say when you're surrounded by a community full of people with millions of dollars and ultimate resources, you know. Where I'm from in middle America, Illinois, that's not so much. So, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, I don't know what you're talking about. And it sucks when you put on an entertainment show and then they're not entertaining you. They're just talking about shit I really don't want to hear about. So I pretty much don't listen to anything political or anything like that. I watch people fucking duke it out on Facebook. It's hilarious. Like, do you realize that that's the whole point, is just to keep people fighting with one another? Oh my God, did you see the gun debate? Did you see this hashtag March for Our Lives? I'll get into that March for Our Lives thing. That was yesterday or whatever. But anyway, Roseanne made a good point. Told, you know, Jimmy Kimmel to shut his fucking mouth. It's like, yeah, I think that's a problem. I think that's what's really going on today, is that some people just aren't like telling people just to shut the fuck up. Like, seriously. Like, yeah, freedom. Well, that's freedom of speech, isn't it, Matt? It is. Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Shut up sometimes. No one cares. Especially when you're watching late night TV. If you are. I don't watch TV anymore, to be honest with you. My my cable box thing burnt out a long time ago. I don't even care to go get a new one because there's nothing I really watch anymore. The only shows I watched on TV were The Walking Dead, and that kind of sucks now. But I'll just wait till it gets on Netflix and binge watch it. Other than that, I don't watch TV, man. I'm on YouTube, like listening to good stuff, like actually getting into things that aren't just mindless bullshit. And you can do that on YouTube. That's what the beauty of the internet, man. You don't need TV anymore. TV, to be honest, is a dying thing. It's gone. It's over. It's over, man. You can stream anything online now. Like, the sky really is the limit with the internet, as long as it's, you know, freedom of speech and all that stuff and censorship doesn't take over. Excuse me. So anyway, Roseanne flicks off Kimmel. She made a good point. Like, you know, this is going to be the only time I talk political shit because I don't care. But everybody's always like, Trump, blah, blah, blah. You know, say what you will about the guy. Love him, hate him. The fact that he just blasts out whatever he wants, I admire that. You know, nothing he says is really conformed, I mean, you know, to things. I admire that. People that just fucking say fuck whatever they want. You may not like it, but this isn't a moment in time where we want to hear what we want to hear, you know? Because like I said before in other videos, people don't like honesty and they don't like truth because you can't handle the truth. You really can't. Nobody can. But so anyway, she did make a good point on Jimmy Kimmel, and I left the link to the show down below. So if you want to check out the full interview and the part where she flicks him off, I left those links below, and the article talking about her on Kimmel. That's in the description below. She made a good point, like, we should support the president no matter what. You know, this is America, people. Maybe it wasn't the person you wanted to be in the office, but you know what? We want that person to succeed because we don't want them to fucking fail. If you really are so patriotic, I'm really not, but let's just say I was. I would want the person that's in there to be like, all right, do a good job. Let's do this. Come on now. Get behind them. We got to push that person. Let's do it. Not fucking fight up against them because you're not going to move forward. It's just going to be utter resistance forever. It's not good. And when she told Jimmy to shut his fucking lip because all he does is on there bashing fucking Trump every fucking interview or something. We need more, you know, or it's the women's thing. And I think everything's connected. I have a weird theory. The gun stuff, the women's marches, all this equality shit, it's all connected. So then you got yesterday, hashtag March for Our Lives. Okay. And I was scrolling through the Twitter feed on that yesterday and today, and all I noticed again was it looks like mostly upper middle class white women that just seemed like they were bored. You know, it's like I find those women who live in the house where, yeah, maybe they have careers or maybe they just got too much money. They're bored. They're fucking bored. And they need something to do. They're like, 1 million people went to the March on Washington. I go, okay. I'd say a third of those people were actually maybe there for this whole march. The other 2/3 were just there by guilt by association, you know? My friend, come on, Sally, you know, we got to do this for the kids. I saw a fucking interview on Twitter that drove me up the fucking wall. Some fucking bitch posted this video of an 11-year-old girl. Her name is KK. And she's speaking. She asked her, what are your generation? Something about her generation. What do your generation think of this? Like getting the opinion of 11-year-old is really going to do some justice. And in the quote on the tweet, damn it, I should have clipped it and put it out because it's fucking crazy. But the quote says, this girl says gun reform. Then you watch it. It's like a minute video. Not even. The little girl says nothing about gun reform in there. I was like, I almost tweeted it, but then my tweet, I fucking backed up on the page and I lost it. So I said, fuck it. But I was going to say like, nowhere did it ever, this girl say gun reform. Okay. You say gun reform. You're just 11-year-olds like, I just want to go to school. And you don't remember, back when you were a kid, it was scary. It's like, I don't understand why we're giving our opinions to children today, you know? Like, if you were, because I could say this because I'm 33 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. If you were to ask me when I was 16 or any of those young years, my opinion on things, it would have been completely, fully, and utterly charged with excuse me, emotion. And it would have been not thought out, not rational at all, because most of the time I didn't know what you're talking about. Excuse me. It would have been just, yeah, fuck everything. We need some gun reform and we need to do this and save lives. And it would have been ridiculous, to be honest with you. And whatever. I don't know, man. I think it's dumb. It was another dumb, pointless fucking march. But isn't that what we do now? We just gather people together, make some signs. We're changing things. They'll hear us. I'm like, they don't give a fuck. Because even if you had 1 million people there, it's a lot of people when you're looking at it, right? But you got to remember, there's like 350 million people that live in this country. 1 million. You're 0.28% of the population. We literally can outnumber you 300 to 1. It's like when you're a kid and you're like, oh, there's little fucking Timmy over there, and he just wants to, he just wants to paint shit on his face all day. Let him just paint shit on his face. That's Timmy. That's what he wants to do. It's kind of what I feel with this all these marches. Those are the ladies and people who want to do it. That's just what they want to do. Let them go do it, I guess. They're not hurting anybody. I think that's how a lot of people look at it. Like, yeah, you guys, if you want to march, go ahead. You want to think you're doing something, go ahead. But what I have a problem with is, like, when I saw this video of this little girl and she asked her a question, and then in the tweet, it said nothing about that. It was like, throwing your shit into this little girl's mouth, or at least trying to say that she said it when she clearly did not. I have a big problem when people throw words into my mouth or tell me I'm saying something that I didn't say and all that good stuff. I really have a big fucking issue with that. Like, it's probably one of my biggest pet peeves. Just like when I say something and people are like, so what you're saying is a little shout out to Jordan Peterson there. Like, I've noticed, like, most people who are just emotionally unstable and want their way and entitled will manipulate anything that comes out of anybody's mouth in order to get whatever it is that they fucking want and make it seem like you said or are doing things that you clearly are not. Unless you actually do those things, then it's all just words, man. And as far as words coming out of the mouth, man, don't do that shit. Well, people manipulate and twist it. Like, if it's out of context, shit like that. Look at this poor bastard in fucking in Scotland, the Count Dankula, getting sentenced to jail for a joke. That's fucked up, dude. That is fucked up. And it took 2 years of due process for them to get to this point. This thing's been going on since 2016. What a waste of resources and time and people's money, Dankula's money, anybody's money who's involved in this, to get to the point where they come and say, this guy is fucking guilty, and now he's getting sentenced in a few weeks. It's like, I hope he gets something light, like not actual jail time, but like just some probation. Because I'm sure based on today's technology, they're getting like a shit storm on the internet and Twitter. I know I've seen a lot of videos on it, and it's if people can't take jokes, man, and it's going to be these crazy fucking men and women on this hashtag March for Lives and just get emotional about stuff, and they want to start making decisions. There's a reason those people were never on the battlefield in war, because they'll get you killed. My grandfather was in World War II. My other grandfather was in the Korean War. And they were both really fucking strong, good men. And if you ever watch, it's a really great thing that I think the best war movies or miniseries was Band of Brothers, in my opinion. It's all about World War II and true stories from 101st Airborne, I believe. And when you watch that series, you can see the dudes that kept their composure. They're still fucking scared, but they got to keep their composure. Then you see the dudes that just act out of fucking pure emotion, fear, and just ridiculous. And they're the ones that end up dead. But that's what it reminds me of every time there's one of these March for Our Lives, shit like that, say no to guns, blah, 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 or whatever. It just seems like people are reacting and they're going about it in the most unproductive way possible. and that's letting your emotions dictate your feelings. Or, sorry, dictate your actions. Sad. Fucking sad. But, I don't know. What do you think? Anybody out there? Did you go to the Women's March? Did you march somewhere? Argument with me. I like to hear it. You weren't there. Fucking cat. You weren't there. Yeah, I saw signs and here's some hot coffee. It's like, it just seems like a dumb fucking way to get together for some social stupid thing that at the end of the day is meaningless. I don't know. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. I don't have a whole, like, I just think it's ridiculous. I think, there's so many benefits with the tools we have today with the internet and everything else. But I also think we have let the people who shouldn't say things be heard. I mean, not saying that free speech, but not really helping the world out. Should just probably shut their mouth. This all goes back to misinformation, uninformed, emotionally charged individuals, which actually says more about them as people and their character and what's really going on with them rather than the tone of society right now, in my opinion. But what do I know? I'm just a dude. Middle America. Gone through a lot of life changes myself. I was a kid once. I don't think an 11-year-old can really give me an opinion on gun reform. But, it's weird. And you see this a lot. I'm not trying to bash on women, but there's mostly women that I saw at this thing that like to take what kids say and do and then throw that at you and then for some reason make you feel bad if you don't agree with a child. Look, kids are cute and all, but I'm not going to take life decisions and goals from people that haven't hit puberty yet. I barely even listen to people that are my age because a lot of them are fucking idiots. Honestly, Jesus. This day and age, I just pretty much separate myself from stupidity and uninformed people. Because you can't talk to people that are so charged about a subject. If you are so and you won't hear anybody else out, it says more about you than it does me or anything else. Keep working on yourself. And if you're wondering why there's a bunny head in the back here, keep wondering. Cat's like, fuck, you blocked the door, man. Yeah, I did block the door, Cat. Well, that's it, man. Watch Roseanne if you do again. I remember the Halloween episode of Roseanne. That was always fun. That was like in like the first season it came out. Was it like 88, I think, or 89 it came out? Fucking good show. That was a good sitcom. Good sitcom. There was a lot of good sitcoms back then, like the late 80s, early 90s. It's the same time as, let's see, Roseanne and then Seinfeld. I was never a big Seinfeld fan. But probably because I was like 7 when it came out, so it was adult humor. I didn't quite get it, But I was the Tool Man, Home Improvement. That was a good one. What other fucking 90s sitcom was great? Home Improvement. I don't know. I'm out of it today. I don't have much insight on anything other than stop trying to take our guns away, because that's not going to fix the fucking problem. Stop trying to take away a right to defend my family. Because let's be honest, people, at the end of the day, if you ever think there was going to be another civil war in this country, the people that are bitch moaning and complaining right now, you don't stand a chance. against the rest of the nation. Sorry. But, you know, like I said, man, most men have a sheathed sword, just don't want to pull it out. And that's why we got to talk about things and keep hashing it out rather than we need change. Like you don't just change because you want the change to happen, man. You need to do that shit on your own, which is something I've stated before in the past. The world doesn't need to change. The government doesn't need to change. I mean, maybe it does need to change, but I mean, as far as what you can do what you can do on a daily basis in your life. And you start there, that shit'll spread, man. It'll spread if you practice decent, good principles for yourself. If you don't, and you're just a fucking wild person like all these crazy people at these marches and shit, then I don't know, man. I just like to be entertained, so I want to watch some entertaining stuff. So I'm going to go watch some comedy because I like to laugh. Try to find some connection in laughter, man. And if you say you can't say something, you can't do that. I have the biggest problem in the world with that because, yeah, you can. I can say anything I want. Fuck, bitch, cunt, motherfucker. I'll say what I want. You don't like those words that come out of my mouth, then I don't know what to tell you, man. They're just words. People are always like, well, the kids. I'm like, kids are little human beings, man. You can't protect them and shield them forever. And you got to have a balance of actually protecting them, but making them strong too. And that's my opinion on kids. If you shield them from everything in life that's wrong or what you deem harmful, when they become an adult, man, they're just going to find out the fucking hard way. And it's going to be ridiculous and go off the rails. Or they're going to be too scared to do fucking anything. And they're going to be living in fear and anxiety. And that's no fucking way to live either. Or you could just let them be like, you feel free to make your choices. I'm just saying this probably isn't a good idea. You know, you're a guidance. You guide them through life. Kids. I don't know. You ready to get out of here, cat? Yeah, poor bastard. He wants to get out. Anyway. So this is going to be it's a short one. So anyway, I hope you guys liked my new video. It's my tribute to Toys R Us closing called Rest in Peace, Toys R Us Kid. If you haven't watched it, check it out already. Check it out already. Check it out, please. Fuck. I'm so tired. I might have to switch Sundays for this no-nonsense live stream because Saturday is just a long day at work. But, fuck it. No more bitch moaning and complaining from this guy. Everybody have a good rest of the weekend. Be sure to follow me on Twitter at MJYaga. I'm getting into a lot more Twitter activity now. It seems to be the social platform where I can actually get people to engage. Facebook's dead. Fuck Facebook anyway. And you can follow me on there too. Until these platforms are completely killed, I'm going to use them to the advantage. You know, who cares? So at TWOYaga on Facebook. You can also follow me on Instagram at TWOYaga. And there will be no nonsense live stream this Wednesday because I have some work obligations, so I will not be doing a live stream on Wednesday. I might pick it up and do it on Thursday instead, but we'll see. It's kind of a weird week, so I'll let you know. You know, like I said, follow me on the old social medias, and I'll keep you posted on the next live stream. But let me know what you guys want me to talk about, man. Bring me up a subject. Like I said, the last subject I talked about was the male castration thing. That was fun, and this one I found myself with the Roseanne and the March thing. So if there's something else that you want me to blast away on, by all means, let me know in the comments. Shoot me an email. Oh, God. Breakfast was good. Or anything like that. All right, guys. Have a good afternoon. I'll talk to you soon.